Hello and welcome to Honest Mom. This is Neely Gibson, and today I'm going to tell you guys all about how to get your kid prepared to go to the dentist. But first, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Okay, so I have 3 main tips of how you can get your kid to go to the dentist. The dentist is such an important part of life. We want to make sure that our teeth are always healthy and well and clean, so we don't have to get cavities and we don't have to make so many trips to the dentist if we don't have to. Just maintenance, right? And so you have to start somewhere with your child, and it's better to start them really early and not wait until you have to go to the dentist because something's wrong or they have cavities. So the first thing I'm going to say before I get into the tips is make sure you find the right dentist for yourself. Make sure it's a good dentist and you're comfortable with them. We just take Riker to our dentist. He doesn't really necessarily go to a pediatric dentist. He actually just goes to the one that we've been going to for years, and we love them. And they see all ages, and it's great. So that's number 1. Okay, so the first tip I want to say is make sure you get an electric toothbrush. So this one, you can hear it, it's Oral-B, and it's great because it has little characters. This one's Sully from Monsters, Inc. I got this at Target for $5.99, and I change it out every 3 months because we're supposed to change our toothbrushes out every 3 months. So I'll tell you why this is really good. First of all, electric toothbrushes for adults and children, it's just better for our teeth. It's more efficient. And the second reason why you want to get an electric toothbrush is because it kind of stimulates the same toothbrush that they have at the dentist. You know, it vibrates and against their teeth, and so you want them to get used to that vibration before they go to the dentist, so when they are at their teeth cleaning, they're not startled by what the heck this thing is that's like moving around in their mouth. And it's making noise, it's loud, so that kind of a thing. And so we started getting this to Riker after he turned 1, and he loves it. Now he holds it himself and he brushes his teeth, and we do this morning and night, just like we do. So again, Target, $5.99. I'll link it below. Again, it's really great, just it's not that expensive, and they love it because it has a character on it. So for sure you want to get yourself an electric toothbrush for your child and start getting them used to using it. If you have an electric toothbrush at home, I would say this is how we did it with Riker, is start brushing your teeth with them so they can see that, oh look, mommy's brushing her teeth, and then they get excited, and then slowly they'll get used to it. It took Riker a few times because he was kind of like, what is this noisy thing? And now he loves it. He grabs the toothbrush and starts brushing his own teeth. So it's really great, and it's a great way for them to ease into going to the dentist and getting their teeth clean. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is getting them ready and prepared as much as possible for the dentist. Not over prepared. Don't like go crazy and talking about the dentist every day until their appointment for 6 months. But, you know, maybe show them a video, maybe kind of talk about the dentist. Riker didn't really get it that he was going to the dentist until his most recent visit at his 2.5 year appointment is when we, basically the day before and the day of is when I was talking about the dentist. Like, we're going to the dentist, the dentist is gonna check your teeth, we're gonna get your teeth cleaned. You can bring Mickey Mouse with you, you can bring your toy with you. So just kind of getting him really excited about it and smiling all the time, and just talking about the dentist. So they're not just like thrown into like this space which is unknown, unfamiliar, and that way they can kind of ease into it. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is when you're at the dentist. So you want to make it as comfortable as possible for them. And so what we did is we brought Riker his Teddy, he brought his Mickey Mouse with us and his little car. First of all, while we were waiting for the dentist to see us, or the hygienist to see us, you know, we were in the waiting room. And these days with COVID, they don't have like toys in the waiting room anymore. So I just brought his little car so he can kind of keep busy. I just told him, hey, we're at the dentist. And he kept saying, dentist, dentist, dentist. So he was like really excited. And then I would say the other thing is, you know, when they're young like this, you know, you want them to have them on your lap. Now, at first he did sit on his own. It was super cute. It was really exciting. But then, you know, when they wanted to really get into it, I had to hold him just because he moves around so much. You know, he's a toddler. So put him on your lap. The second thing is most offices now these days, at least ours does, I'm sure most of them have these, they have TVs above the head. And so our dentist was really great because as soon as we got into the room, like our hygienist, she already had his like show on, like a kid show on, and like he was so excited. So he got into the chair, sat there, so it was great. But I have to tell you guys, have a backup plan, because it just happened that as soon as Riker sat down to start watching the show, the TV went out and she couldn't fix it, and Riker was gonna have like, he might have had a meltdown, but I had my phone ready with his show and I just had that in front of me. So just be prepared with an iPad or a Kindle or something in case, you know, technology issues, and you don't want them to have this meltdown and then the whole appointment just goes away, which is fine if it does. It's not a big deal, but again, just to be prepared. So you just want to make that visit as comfortable as possible. Put them on your lap, have them hold their doll or stuffed animal or toy, have them watch a show that really keeps them distracted, so that way they're not bored, and also it keeps them focused on something else, rather what's going on in their mouth. So that really, really helps. And of course, your dentist and your hygienist is really key. Our hygienist is a mom of 2 boys. They're grown up, but she understands. And it was really great because she was so patient with Riker, so patient with me, and like, it was great. So those are my 3 main tips. Really easy, but I have to say that we started taking Riker, because that's like the question that I get. What age did you start taking Riker? So I always thought, well, actually I really didn't know, because with me growing up, I think I was terrified of the dentist. I did not like the dentist. I don't think any of us liked the dentist, because my parents just took me when I needed that cavity. I don't think I had like regular cleanups. Again, it was a different time. But I would say that starting at 1 year old, you want to start taking your child to the dentist. It may seem young, but it's really just to get to know you visits. And the first 2 visits we didn't do it at a year because it was COVID and things were like kind of crazy. And so we waited until 1.5 years. And so when Riker was 18 months old, we took him for his first visit. And that first visit was fine. The dentist just kind of looked in there just to make sure there's no big issues, because they can catch things early. And you don't want to wait till they're 3 or 4 to go to the dentist and then things have gone too far. And then they've got to like fill cavities and maybe other issues. So really it's get to know visits is what they call it. They can get used to coming to the dentist, see the tools and the staff, and see the room and the chair, kind of get familiar. So that really helped. So the first visit was just kind of get to know you. They went into his mouth to check everything out. They didn't do any cleaning, no exam, and it was just like a quick look. The second visit that we did at 2 years old, it was really, because Riker was a little bit older, he's more aware. So that one was a little harder because he didn't allow her to go in his mouth at all. But what we learned by the end of that visit, and this is what helped us for this last visit, is that he wanted to hold the tools. He wanted to put it in his mouth. He wanted to do everything because he's trying to like discover and explore everything. And so this time at the 2.5 mark appointment, when we walked in there, we didn't just put him on. I mean, he did go onto the chair right away because he saw the show. But like, she had him hold the mirror and hold the toothbrush and kind of do all that stuff himself before she went in there. And that really helped. And you know what? We had a successful visit. He got his teeth cleaned, and the hygienist was able to go in there, and the dentist was also able to do an exam, and it was great. So no cavities, everything looked great, and we come back in 6 months. So that's it, you guys. Just try to get your child just eased into these things and not wait too long. Again, I always thought like, oh my God, 1 year is so young to take him to, you know, the dentist, but a lot of my friends who are either dentists or work at a dentist's office all advise me that you need to take them sooner, because we want to catch issues before, just to see what's happening, have conversation with the family and the parents to see what's going on at home with care and nutrition, because that all that stuff affects their teeth. So anyways, I love that we go to the dentist. Riker loves brushing his teeth, and now I think he gets excited going to the dentist, and it's great. So I hope this video helped you, and make sure you buy this electric toothbrush. That's your homework for tonight. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Bye!